Welcome to the girls. Today we have a guest that I have been working with for a little bit, maybe a couple of weeks or so. I got to meet your whole family. This is Stephanie Gennaro. SLG is the name of her company, and she just opened a store, Soiree. Soiree is on Route 93 right here in Cunningham. And your company is so much fun because, as you can see, with this gorgeous backdrop, and that is one of the items that you do in your store. So tell us a little bit about what it is that you have.
Yeah, so we do a little bit of everything. So primarily party decor is our bread and butter. So everything from backdrops to balloons, obviously, helium, balloon decor, centerpieces, personalized name cards, personalized placards, invites, basically anything you need for a party, we can get it done for you.
You're the girl to go to. You know, we were planning our 50th wedding anniversary, my husband and I, and the date got changed a couple of times, and it just grew and grew that it was going to be a big soiree. So a friend of ours who had just gotten married told me, so why don't you call Stephanie? Because I was used to maybe going to Janine when she got married, the kids and whatever, and I would, you know, help out with the decorating. But then when you're getting your own, then you need someone to do that. Plus, you want something different. And I want to tell you, it was such a relief to have you come over. You just captured what I had envisioned. And when we got to Edgewood, and I walked in, I couldn't believe it. It transformed the entire place. All of our guests said the same thing. So your vision of your decorating and your ideas, how did you get started with all of this?
Honestly, it was my daughter. So I've always been crafty. I've always done similar to you. I've always helped the family, wanted to do everything myself. I hated paying. I would look at something like, oh, I can make that. And then one year, I saw, honestly, on Pinterest, I was like, oh, these balloons look fun. Well, I went like 0 to 100. For my daughter's 5th birthday, it was Disney princesses. So it was all the pretty pinks and purples and colors. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to do it. My husband had a very similar reaction. He walked into my garage and was like, what did you do? So there were balloons everywhere. A lot of the big garlands, we did them outdoors. I had them inside behind the food. And I had a ton of fun with it. So I was like, okay. And then obviously we had a party. It was her first, she was in kindergarten, getting into kindergarten. So all of their friends were there and they were all like, oh my gosh, you should do this. And I was like, no, you're kidding. They're like, no, I would pay you to come do this so I didn't have to. Yeah. So I was like, okay. So then I started, I always had a Facebook page, but it was, I did a lot of hand lettering, a lot of signs, invites, small stuff. Posted the balloons, posted a couple more that I did. And then before you knew it, here we are.
It blew up.
It just, one summer, it absolutely blew up. I started getting requests for all sorts of things, big, giant, 8-foot tall balloon numbers, all sorts of stuff. And it really took off. And then the busier we got, a lot of people started asking for the other things. Do you have plates and napkins and tableware and all of this other stuff? And I didn't because I was working out of my house. And then that's how the retail store was born.
One-stop shop. That's what people want. Very convenient. It's easy to say, oh, I'll make this. That's how I started my wreaths during COVID. I'm like, oh, I can make that because you had the time. Well, then I just started. It became easier. Mm-hmm. And then people wanted them. And then you just keep making more and more and being more creative. And then they kind of test your creativity, don't they? You're like, can I really make this? I made a Christmas tree once. So like your business with it growing, and then everyone loving, oh, where did you get this? Where did you get that? Personalizing it. Mm-hmm. My mom's party was awesome. I loved the Lassant, Sam and Deb Lassant sign. That was amazing.
The letters, yeah.
The letters were amazing.
The lit letters.
So that's how you just got started, just by
Yeah, so those, crafting. Again, I saw... for the letters, I was like, you know what? These are so cool. I saw a lot of people, they're really big, out in California. Mm-hmm. A lot of, think Hollywood, the marquee letters, they were big. I saw people do them with balloons. I was like, this would be so cool. So I walked up to my husband. I said, can you do these? And he was like, sure. And
he made them.
He made them all, yep. Mm-hmm.
He made the letters.
Yep, he makes them all. So we handcraft them, we hand paint them. My dad actually manufactured those stands that they were on so we could put them outside without worrying. We can stack them. Obviously I had no need to stack them for you, but we've done Grad 2024, so they're stacked on top of each other. So it's been a lot of fun, and not a lot of people, you can buy them, but they're mostly foam if you buy them, and they don't really hold up. So that's why I really wanted them to be wooden. I wanted you to be able to put them somewhere and not have to worry about them. Indoors, outdoors, they were just there, they were lit, they were beautiful, and then
When I look at your work, I think of when I see the Kardashians. You know,
That's what I was going to say. It's like so
they
Hollywood.
decorate to the hilt, and it's just like, oh my gosh! Now you could really decorate on an affordable budget instead of elaborate. They spend millions, but
We just went from station to station and did it. And you work so well with not only the place where you're having your event or if you're having it at your home, but also with the other vendors. Because I know that Adam Scuba was there and he had a photo booth, so there was an area for him. And you just laid out the room so beautifully. But the centerpieces, here was the idea. Sam and I had wanted to go to Italy, but of course we couldn't go for our anniversary, so we're going to bring Italy to us. And so we did an all-Italian menu, but then to do it in the centerpiece, you had a friend of ours had loaned us her stands, and you cut out the shape of Italy, and then we named each table a different city or province in Italy. And then you made those the laser cut signs with, and the people are still talking about it. It's just unbelievable how each table was Milan or Florence or whatever, and they had the cutout of Italy on it. And it, again, it's so unique. A lot of people had those stands, but nobody ever used them that way. And you did beautiful flowers on the top then as well, something to go with it.
Thank you.
So how does your whole family get involved?
I think at this point they don't have a choice. But no, I think a lot of it, my husband is, thank goodness, he's the most supportive. He's been behind me 100%, 10%. All my crazy ideas of things to build and can we do this, can we do that, he's always down to create those for me. And then I think with the kids, the balloons are fun. So I have, you know, a 7 and a 4-year-old, and they just think it's the greatest thing ever. They're constantly like, Mom, can we help? Can we blow up balloons? Can we do this? Can we look at all the new colors? And now with the store, they're really getting involved, helping me pick out, you know, what kind of balloons, what characters do I bring into the store, what kind of gift items do I have? So it's really become a full-blown family business.
Tell everyone watching about this candy wall that you're doing.
Oh, yes.
That's where I want to go.
Yeah, so we have, you can actually rent it. It's a 6.5-foot wall with candy dispensers on it, and you can rent it for your party. We can either provide the candy, or if you have your favorites, you can provide those as well, and then we would fill it. And then we have little either gift bags, cups, whatever you want to use, and then the kids can just walk up, turn the little canisters, fill their little goodie bags, and be on their way.
if you have questions about the decorating, you can also go to the Facebook page or the website, and we will be right back.
Welcome back to the girls. We're talking with Stephanie Gennaro of SLG Designs, and her new store is called Soiree.
Soiree.
So,
like it.
Soiree. We had a big soiree. We just had our 50th anniversary. You're seeing a lot of pictures from that. You were so easy to work with, and your vision, and I love that your comment is perfect, because everything you do is perfect. I just gave you a few ideas of it, and I know how I imagined it. And somehow it's like you were in my brain. Like she knew exactly what I wanted. So tell us a little bit more about your store. What are you going to do there? You have something happening for the kids and whatever's going on.
Yeah, so the store is a little bit of a mix. So there are obviously displays if you want to come see stuff in person. Again, we have the shimmer walls up. We have a big flower wall, just to give people planning the party a little bit of an opportunity to see what it's like in person before making any decisions. And then we have everything from tableware to party supplies, balloons, obviously. You can come, you can pick out the balloon colors for your event, you can buy them on the spot. We have helium balloons, and then we have an entire giftable section. So, if you're ever in the need for a quick, you need to stop, grab a gift, quick card, you're on your way somewhere.
What are your hours there?
So we are there Wednesday to Friday from 12 to 6. Saturday is our longer day from 12 to 6, and then we're there Sunday from 10 to 4.
Super.
Nice.
Yeah. I like that it's one-stop shop, and there's the gift ideas, because I don't know, when you go to a kid's birthday party, like what? So you're on trend. I have no idea.
Yeah, what is going on in the world of little children?
Honestly, it's more about the themes. I feel like they really get attached to different characters. So, Super Mario is a big one. sports is obviously, always going to be there for the little boys, but things Bluey, Descendants, like all the Disney stuff is still real big and it's a lot of fun. But yeah, I would say Mario and Barbie have been pretty big ones this summer. So I think the Barbie movie had a lot to do with that coming out. But yeah, so I've noticed a lot of people plan to the theme, even like down to the gifts. If it's a Barbie party, they bring a Barbie gift, things like that. Or oddly enough, it's a lot of, gift cards. The kids are getting into shopping themselves. It's the world of Amazon. So, yeah, so I mean, we even have options for that though. We have, you can stuff a balloon. If you have something, as long as it'll fit inside the balloon, you can bring it on down to the store, put it, I'll personalize a little happy birthday. And even if you have a kid who wants a gift card, at least it doesn't have to just be a card. That
it's fun. Everything's fun. And what a fun place to work.
The personalization of it is just great. I know with my name, it's hard to find stuff with how I spell my name, and other people can agree, even like their last names. So it's great to know that you can really personalize the party. Now, you don't only do kids. You can do Sweet 16. You can do New Year's Eve, Christmas. Do you do all that kind of Christmas parties and bigger events, weddings, showers?
Yep, basically any party. A lot of our birthdays have been, smaller kids. Sweet 16s are a big one. Graduation's pretty big. Weddings, bridal showers, baby showers, all the big moments in life. We were just really excited to be able to celebrate them with everyone.
Well, that's where I saw your first backdrop at Sherry's shower, and I just went, oh my Lord. That is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. It looked like Janine said, from a TV set or from a set in Hollywood.
Yeah,
it was phenomenal. It made the day. It just everybody wanted to have their picture taken there, and I think that was the Disney background with a castle and then all the
Minnie
balloons.
Mouse.
Oh my God, it was gorgeous.
Yeah, and they're fun because I like being able to design the backdrop to the person. It's not just a plain we're getting married. It's like, no, we're getting married our way. Especially with themes like that, they're always fun.
Well, that's the other thing. Nothing's cookie cutter. I haven't seen two things alike that she's done. Everything is just so much fun.
So, but it's not uber expensive either. You can have something super simple or super elaborate. You can have something small or big. So talk about that a little bit and talk about setup, tear down, what the client is responsible for.
Yeah, so I really pride myself in being able to work with anyone. I get it, there's enough going on for all of these big moments in your life. They're already so big. I don't want to just add to it. I want to enhance your event. So I really like to just start out with, having the client come to me and say that this is what I would love, and then this is kind of how much I'm looking to spend, and then we can kind of tweak and build that backdrop or centerpieces or whatever to meet their needs and also still meet their vision. The world of the internet has made it kind of fun. Everyone wants the big elaborate things, but it's also a really great starting point to know what's in someone's head. And then we really just go from there. And then once we nail it down, if you're within a 15-mile radius of our store location here in Sugarloaf and Cunningham, delivery and setup is free. So I come, I set it up, I build everything, and then when the party's over, I break it down. And then none of the onus is on you. There are certain aspects of the setup that the client could keep. The balloons, I always give the option to keep, especially when there's little kids. They usually love being able to, take the big chunks of them home. But all the rentals, like none of it's on the client. I handle it all. And then obviously I can travel outside of that for a delivery fee. But again, we're willing to go wherever to make the magic happen.
Well, the other thing that I loved the fact was you came to my home and met with me, and we used things from our home that were incorporated into what my vision was. Like we have a wall that had all the wedding pictures from all the generations. And she took all those over for me. So I didn't have to go lugging anything over and do this, that, and the other. It was just such a relief that I just had to show up for my party. And I didn't have to take anything down. It was just like, I'm going home now. I'll see you later.
That's the greatest part.
So it's like the home delivery.
What are some of, in your head, what are some of the neatest things you've created?
Ooh, I will have to say there was one party I did. It was for a little girl's first birthday, and it was in the winter, and it was like a winter Candyland theme. So we had a whole big backdrop, and it said her name, and it said her sweet one, and we were able to put candies in the balloons and make everything glittery. And then I made a 4-foot tall balloon gingerbread ginger woman. I put a little bow on it, and it was just a lot of fun to be able to, go that big for like a first birthday. That was a lot of fun. And I would say probably anything where I get to personalize it. So my son's turning 4. His birthday is actually coming up, and we were able to. His name is Jordan, so he's having an Air Jordan themed birthday party. So we were actually able to, take the silhouettes and the cutouts and the basketballs and tie his name into everything, and that's really what I have the most fun doing. I think is just tying the theme to the person, personalizing whenever I can.
That is so cool. Well, we're going to see more of your designs when we come right back. But again, there's a website, there's a Facebook, and now there's even a storefront that you can go to here in the Cunningham Valley, and you could actually see and touch some stuff for those who aren't visual, right?
Right,
for those
exactly.
who want to go in and see it. So we'll be right back. You're watching The Girls on SSP TV.
Welcome back to The Girls. If you missed the first 2 segments, you missed a lot. We're talking with Stephanie Gennaro, and she's the owner of Soiree, the newest store in town. And what she does is transforms your party into the most beautiful party. Any backdrops or designs or decorations. And we just had our 50th wedding anniversary, my husband and I, and our guests, I think, had more fun because of the decorations and the whole atmosphere of it, with the table runners and then the centerpieces and the added touches. But I did have one girl tell me we had name seats. We had the place settings in addition to the table seating. And then you came up with these beautiful discs. They looked like mother of pearl.
They were beautiful.
And they had your name engraved on it. And the one girl said, I never, ever had my name on anything. I've never seen my name on anything, and then to have it spelled correctly too. So she was just so excited and thrilled to have that. And we had from ages 3 to 103 there. And everybody commented. I mean, the little kids had a blast, and there was something there to keep everyone's interested. That they took pictures in front of the different backdrops that you did. The colors were great, and I know this is this one of them?
Yep, this is the exact one that we had for your party, just a smaller version.
Right.
From experience too, just from seeing other people who've done decorations in other venues or in other settings, that I found that your decorations were nice, but they didn't stick out where you had to worry about something falling. I have seen areas where maybe the balloons are top heavy, they looked beautiful, but it was always then the responsibility of the person to either take them down or the venue to take them down. So that was kind of like, maybe I don't want to do this in my restaurant because then I'm going to have to take them down. Or if it has to be, none of your things were like bolted to the wall, which I liked. They were freestanding, so it doesn't hurt any of the structure if you have it in your home. These are the things I think of, I mean, look at how nice that looks. And we're in my basement in our studio, but it's just, you carried it in little pieces, carried it down the steps, nothing was, nicking the walls, and it looks beautiful and it looks classy.
Yes. Ed, you mentioned that your husband and your dad are very handy with things. So are most of your designs and whatever, are they created by you? So you can't just go online and buy these.
Yeah, so some of it is, your standard, like the shimmer walls, they're pretty popular. But the frames, any of the stands that we put them on, those are all of the things that we take in mind. I don't ever want, anyone to have to worry about it being able to make it up through the whole party. I want exactly that. You don't have to worry about it. It's beautiful. You take your picture, you walk away, and I come
leaving marks on the walls, like using that that thick Velcro, or just, I don't know, that's one of the things of like nicking your walls. If you're going to have a party at your house, some people might have a Christmas party and they want it in their home, but they don't want the decorations falling down, or again, balloons popping or marks on the walls or whatever.
Everything's self-contained, which is great.
It's so light and airy, and it looks like it just belongs there.
Yep.
Yes.
That's her creative mind.
That is, being a mom, it probably helps with that
Yes.
too, with knowing that you're decorating for yourself and keeping the client in mind. So yeah, that's exciting. You work with other vendors that we wanted to talk about, right?
Yeah, so there's a lot, I've met a lot of really great people. There's a ton of people in this area that I think, we all deserve the credit. I would say primarily, if you're looking for like a bounce house, tables, tents, that whole thing, Jumpers by Jay, where together all the time, every weekend. It's funny, like it's like they go and then we're right after.
Hello again.
Yep, same thing with Audra from Whip Sweets. I see her, I think, just as often as I see the rest of my family. So cakes, desserts, anything. She's definitely your girl.
Well, how about the desserts we had at ours?
Yes.
It is the La Dolce Casa from down at
Yes.
Tamaqua, and of course, sticking with the Italian theme, we had every Italian dessert that you could imagine. So 16 feet plus.
They were
plus
amazing.
the cake, and you're going to see those pictures now. And they not only looked pretty, because sometimes you'd go to New York and you'd go into Ferraris and see all that nice pastry, and it looks so pretty, but you taste it and it didn't taste good. Every single one was great. I don't know that you had any,
They were
but
a whopper.
we have some left, and we are just enjoying them, all the cookies. And that is Gianluca, and he is right from Italy, and he created all those things. So he and you, I think, were the most creative people that I've ever met. It's just
Thank you.
everything was beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, you really made the certain day, and it is a special day. You
It
can only
is.
do that once.
It is. It's
You
a
only
big
have a first
deal.
birthday once. You only have a
Yes.
50th anniversary once. So, you're depending on people like you, and you are dependable. You
Thank
kept
you.
in touch with me. You sent me pictures of things. So it wasn't 50 meetings. It was like, here's a text. Here's a
You could
this,
have a
here's
wedding
that.
twice.
Yeah.
That was funny.
In Janine's case. Yeah.
Anyway, we want people to know how they can get in touch with you. And then again, if you're just tuning in, she does work with any budget. So if you think of something in your head within reason, you're not going to have the whole place decorated for $2, but within reason, you can have something done that looks nice. And at least if it's even an area where they want to get a selfie with
Yep.
their kids, it's something as easy as this.
Yep, something as simple as this. We just even yay high, just to pose with. I mean, we can do it all, small to big. We'll make it happen.
Do you do glitter and confetti guns and things like that too?
I haven't. The confetti, I think it's the mom in me. I panic. I will do the confetti-filled balloons. I do, disclaim.
Okay.
Be careful, because
Well,
when they pop, man, they pop.
How about for the sex reveal for the babies
Yeah,
when you're
we usually
pregnant?
stick to the smoke guns.
That's smoke
You
guns.
have to
Okay.
hook up with the cleaner now if you
Yes.
do confetti.
Yes.
I'm so excited to see what you do, what your vision is for when moving forward with new designs and stuff. As we know, trends happen every year, so I'm excited to follow you on Facebook and watch your website.
Did you notice the little piece of glitter in her hair? I mean, you could tell that you're at a party store.
Well, that's why I
It's
wore my
so
glitter
great.
for you,
That's
Mama, your
exactly
colors.
right. I know. I didn't want to clash.
Well, you
because
wore
it's
your
like-
color that you wore to the party.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I
See,
had
we
hot
did think
pink.
this out a little bit.
Well,
our color is
Our
for the
color is
girls.
hot pink. I mean,
know,
That's
I
my
love
favorite
these.
color. So, we had to make sure we got that in there. But again, any party that you're going to have, I don't think anyone would be disappointed if they called you. And you're a genuinely nice person. And I got to meet your little daughter.
It is a family affair. Your
Yeah,
daughter's here.
Your daughter's here, and
You
she's
want to
been
pop in and
recording.
say hi quick?
Ari, you want to come say hi?
Come on over and say
Come on.
hi.
Hurry up.
Come on, quick. You could just wave at the camera and that's it. Come on.
Just come and say hi
Come
to mommy.
on.
Just show off your
No.
hairdo because your mom did it.
Because I did it. Come on.
She's like,
With some of the balloon wraps.
Come on.
I love
real
it.
quick. Just come hug me.
There she
There
is.
she is.
Now just wave to your
Just
friends. Say hi.
Say, come see me at the
Me at the
storefront.
store, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and you helped with the candy wall. She helped taste
Eating it.
everything. and
Yes,
pick everything
definitely
out.
eating it.
And then you have a son. You have
Yes.
a son. He's
Yep, he'll be 4. His name is Jordan. So, yep, he's just now getting into it. Now
love
it's
it.
fun for him. So,
Good. You're building a nice family business.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us on
Thank
the
you for having
show and
me.
make my mom and dad's party
Yes.
so awesome.
thank you so much, and thank you
Thanks
for
so
letting
much.
me be a part
Thank
of your
you,
day.
sweetheart.
I loved
really
it.
love it. Okay, that's our party time. We're gonna go party now. See you later.